Hello everybody and welcome to part 5 of Ducktales Remastered. We only have one place to go, and it's the moon!
It's a long way to the moon, lads, but the green cheese of longevity will make it worth the trip. Up, up, and away!
Gosh, Mr. McDuck! I've never been to the moon before!
Well, when it comes to space cadets, Fenton, you're a natural. Now, Gyro, why in blazes are we chewing this awful blue muck?
Why, that's Oxy Chew, Mr. McDuck. It's my latest invention, oxygen-flavored taffy. 5 good chews and you can breathe on the lunar surface without a spacesuit. Oh, and it tastes great, too.
That, Gyro, is a matter of opinion. Now, which way to the green cheese?
What do you mean? Isn't it all around us?
Yeah? How do you figure?
Everybody knows the whole moon's made of green cheese. Well, that's what my dear mama said.
And yet to take a feather brain like you to believe her. Ugh, sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna... Wait, what's that?
Look, here's someone who can give us directions. Hello?
Ah!
Mr. McDuck! Help!
Oh, no! We've got to save him!
Do we really?
We do if you want to find that treasure of yours, Mr. McDuck. Fenton was carrying the Gizmo Duck suit. That's the only thing we've got powerful enough to break into the moon vault.
All right, fine. Stay here and guard the supplies while I look for that bumbling bookkeeper.
That's right, folks, we finally made it to the moon, and we've made it to the most iconic piece of music from the original DuckTales. Although it's not just limited to that video game, because that song has certainly gotten out there and is sort of associated with DuckTales proper now.
Why, that looks like the same spaceship that took off with Fenton. Well, I guess this means I'm invited on board.
One thing about doing a very belated playthrough of DuckTales Remastered. Game came out in 2013, I'm playing it in 2021, this thing is 8 years old. Good timing, Clement, good timing! But, you know, ever since DuckTales Remastered came out, there is a new DuckTales cartoon, which many people have referenced in the comments section. The one with David Tennant playing Scrooge McDuck, made for a more modern audience, more modern sensibilities. And would you believe there was an episode where someone was stranded on the moon and she sang a song based off the video game?
Blast me bagpipes! A piece of Gizmo Duck's suit! Oh, if only I had a way to open this door.
Basically, that means this Capcom song from a 1989 video game has somehow entered, like, proper DuckTales iconography. And now it's a part of the new TV show. It's something people think about whenever they think about DuckTales. How does that happen, you know? How does that happen? I mean, my lord.
Fenton, get down from there and stop embarrassing yourself.
Mr. McDuck! Thank goodness you're here! I think those aliens wanted to suck out my brain and make an army of Fenton clones.
Bah, they'd soon learn that one of you is one too many. Now, help me find a security override so we can get to your Gizmo Duck suit.
You mean this?
Security system disengaged.
Fenton, you're a genius.
Gee, Mr. McDuck, do you mean it? Oops.
Warning, damage report. Artificial gravity system is offline.
Fenton, you're a nincompoop. You broke the gravity controls.
Not to worry, I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. I got a level 3 certificate of technology from Happy Ducky University, you know.
Oh, no you don't. You'll probably slam into the self-destruct button too. I'll get us out of this.
I know these rats aren't dead, but they look dead, and it's very disconcerting for a Disney game. you just float over to the switches, and that's pretty much it.
Gravity system restored. All systems normal.
Nice work, Mr. McDuck. Now, let's go get my Gizmo Duck suit.
Not so fast, Dunderhead. You go wait with Gyro. I'll find a Gizmo Duck suit myself.
So, in the original DuckTales, this level actually did have you finding a whole bunch of trinkets before you could get to the boss, because you needed Gizmo Duck in order to blow open this green block leading to the green cheese of longevity. The moon's made of cheese, after all, duh. But, so you had to find a key first, and then you had to find Gizmo Duck's remote control, which was hiding behind a door that the key opened. So that was one of the only times the original game made you explore the level, made you explore the entire thing in order to complete it. Although, speedrunners would say that you didn't even need to do that, because if you aggroed one of the robot ducks, one of the techno ducks, to go to where the green cheese door is, and then you purposefully take a hit, you'll actually clip right through the door and go right into the entrance anyway, meaning you didn't actually need Gizmo Duck, you could just sort of take damage and get in that way, so you know. But even still, the intent was there, the intent was there. They had exploration in mind when they made this level. But Way Forward have added a little bit more to it, more collectibles to find, because again, originally you found a key, then Gizmo Duck's switch, now you need to find every single piece of Gizmo Duck, his helmet, his wheel, his torso, you know. So we gotta explore this whole thing.
Looks like I found Gizmo Duck's armored suit. It's a good thing Gyro rigged up this hyperspace pocket for me to carry things around in. Now, only 2 more parts to find, and we can break into that moonbolt.
A hyperspace pocket for me to carry things around in. Well, at least, you know what? They gave an explanation. How many video games do you play where they just, like, stuff things in their jacket or up their ass, and it's like, how are you carrying all of this? How are you carrying a ladder, a rocket launcher, 3 binders worth of notes, you know? Well, Scrooge McDuck, he actually has an invention for that. A hyperspace, you know? Some kind of black hole in his outfit. I don't know. And he can breathe on the moon thanks to Oxy-Chew, you know. I would love that gum, you know.
Mrs. Weekly. Up I go. I didn't get to be number 1 by back and down.
Such a good piece of music. Such a good piece of music. Good lord. One thing I haven't tested out with Ducktales Remastered, at least maybe I did, but it's been so long. I'm not sure if when you jump while like aimed at a wall, if Scrooge will still be aiming when you jump, because that was a thing with the original game. You could find a secret in the Himalayas that way, and that was a big mechanic of DuckTales too, because it was the only way to find like the lost treasures, the pieces of map for the lost treasure that game was all about. So I don't know if you can like hold a wall, jump, and then swing in midair in DuckTales Remastered. I should probably test that out before I do the next video. I don't know.
I wanted to see what the vacuum of space would do to my pie crust, Mr. McDuck.
You're worth your weight in gold, Mrs. Weekly. If you'll pardon the expression.
Huh, of course. But I'll find my own way out, thank you very much.
Okay then, Mrs. Beakley, and yeah, Scrooge doesn't always say you're worth your weight in gold. It's just, for this particular playthrough, for some reason Scrooge couldn't think of saying anything else, so it makes him seem like such an asshole. Stop commenting on her weight, Scrooge McDuck, what the hell are you doing? Good lord, that's so not cool. Sorry for not talking, but this music is fantastic, good lord. And here's Gizmo Duck's wheel.
Gizmo Duck's wheel. I've always wondered what Gyro was thinking when he designed this thing. Who fights crime with a unicycle? Now, just one more part to find and I can get off this flying monstrosity.
Scrooge, it adds a lot of flair to Gizmo Duck. The fact that he's riding around on a unicycle means he is that much more skilled than any one of us. And if he's kicking ass and solving crimes and stuff on a unicycle, I mean, good lord, good lord. Don't mess with him. That guy's way better than Batman. Can Batman ride on a unicycle and take out crime? I would love to see him ride a unicycle and take out the Joker. Come on, DC Comics, do it. When that Robert Pattinson movie comes out, I want to see him riding around on the Bat-cycle, and it's just a unicycle. Also, why did I say unicycle?
It's Gizmo Duck's helmet! Oh, if I didn't know better, I'd swear Fenton actually gets smarter when he wears this thing. Maybe I'm a wee bit too hard on the lad. Now that I've got all three parts, I can head back to Fenton and Gyro. Ugh, I hope it's not too late.
Unicycle. Una, as in the protagonist of Final Fantasy X-2. Uni! But, yeah. This level feels a little bit easier, if only because one of the problems in the original game was that the robot ducks, the guys chasing me right now, they would always get, like, stuck in a lot of the smaller corridors, and, like, they just, like, constantly spawn so quickly like a Mega Man villain, you know?
We're in luck! I managed to find all of Gizmo Duck's suit!
Oh boy! Now we could blast into the treasure vault!
Just a moment, Fenton. Gyro, I think I left my favorite $2 bill under the back seat. Would you mind getting it for me?
Sure thing, Mr. McDuck.
Gee, boss, why'd you send Gyro back onto the ship?
So he doesn't find out you're Gizmo Duck when you put on that suit, you dunderhead.
But there are only 3 of us here, sir. Won't he figure it out anyway, when Gizmo Duck appears and I've mysteriously vanished?
I wouldn't worry about that. Gyro may be a brilliant inventor, but his deductive reasoning skills are about as good as yours.
Oh! Hey!
Would you just get on with it? Say your secret code word and activate that confounded contraption.
Code word? Gee, I can't remember it. Oh, blather and blatherskite, I'm useless. I mean, I'm useful to the extreme. Point me toward the offending blockade, so that I might deal justice upon it.
Cut the dramatics, would you, and follow me.
Mr. McDuck? Fenton? Gizmo Duck? Huh. They're gone. And all I could find was this $2 million bill. Oh well, back under the seat it goes.
That must be counterfeit, right? A $2 million bill? Who would put that in circulation? Who has that kind of money? Scrooge, I'm very wary about you. I'm very wary about you. But either way, Gizmo Duck is now following me around and blowing the shit out of everything with homing missiles. This is something that didn't happen in the original. He only went to the door and blew that up. He didn't actually help you take out enemies. So, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. We're kicking ass with Robo Duck. Dead or alive, you are coming with me. Blathering blatherskite.
This is the place. Gyro's calculation said the green cheese of longevity lies just beyond this door.
Step aside, citizen, whilst I blast the door asunder. How was that, Mr. the path is clear, good sir.
Good work, Gizmo Duck. Now, Flint-Hat Glumgold. What are you doing here, you pernicious pilferer?
Why, same as you, Scroogey. Trying to corner a new segment of the dairy market.
Why, you... How did you find out about the green cheese?
Wouldn't you like to know? But thanks for saving me the trouble of blasting through that door on my own.
I'll stop him, Mr. McDuck. Halt, evildoer!
No, Gizmo Duck. I need you to help me deal with the... Beagle Boys. Bah!
So, do the Beagle Boys also have Oxy Chew? Do they also have the oxygen gum? Does Flintheart Glomgold have oxygen gum? Because I feel like he's gonna die pretty quickly. But then again, it is a video game with a nonsensical plot, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. But either way, now we're in the caverns, and in the original game it was just one hallway, but they've expanded it a little bit so that there's more treasures to find, as well as the hidden treasure, because one of the areas we were in that was like the top of the spaceship had Gizmo Duck's wheel, but that's not what that had in the original. That was where you found one of the hidden treasures. That hidden treasure's still in the game, but now it's been moved around to the underground caverns of the moon, where we find the cheese of longevity. Apparently there's only one brick of longevity cheese. Ugh. But the hidden treasure is up here. You go to the left, get that, get that, get that, and there it is. It's a nice golden cube. This was in the original, and now it will supply us with $1 million. Hell yeah. And again, if this was easy or normal, that would be an extra heart piece. So now you know where that is. You can only get it near the end of the level, because here we are in the final hallway. This is the hallway that the NES version had. Such a good piece of music.
Mirth and be merry. I made it here first. No, not the cheese. Anything but that. Great Scott! I thought that stuff was supposed to be an anti-aging culture, not an instant growth fungus.
Okay, so one of the rats grew humongous, and now he's going after us. And actually, this is one of the boss fights I think is easier than the NES original, because in the NES original, he was doing exactly what he's doing right now. Sometimes he would just rush to the left or right. Sometimes he would hop to the platforms on the left or right. But he did it so much faster. Like, he's doing it so slow compared to how he did in the original. Like, that hop, that's like 3 times as slow as what it was in the NES original. He'd just be like, and like, you could just lose your health so quickly in the NES original that I would just always hang up on one of the green platforms, anticipating that he might jump near me, and if he doesn't, to just like jump on him right then and there. But with the slower speed of this version, of this particular boss fight, I don't have too much to worry about. And as for this other phase that wasn't in the original, he's always going to be running towards the middle, so, you know, just go to the middle, and as soon as he drops onto the ground, just jump. That's pretty much all I do, Yeah, so much slower than the NES original. You just have to pay attention. Again, same strategy would apply. You just go to the green platforms, and he might jump towards you, but if he does, you can still jump out of the way of that. It's not like you're stuck and you're definitely going to take damage because he's cornered you or anything. No. You can avoid that. You can jump out of the way of that, so. Just whenever he's in the middle, give him a whack. And that's that.
Giant moon rat or no giant moon rat, nothing's gonna keep this duck from that green cheese and all the green it's gonna make me.
Who do you sell a green cheese of a longevity to anyway? Who's in the market for buying that, and how much would they supply you with? I mean, I guess $1 million according to this game, but $1 million? You could do better than that, Scrooge. I mean, come on.
We did it, boys! All 5 treasures are mine! Boys?
Sorry, McDuck, but your meddlesome nephews are a wee bit tied up at the moment.
Flintheart Glomgold! You put the big old boys up to this.
Guilty as charged, Scroogey. I've been the world's second richest duck long enough, but these treasures will soon change that.
Oh, tell your goons to release my boys.
Not till you fork over that last treasure.
Don't do it, Uncle Scrooge. Don't do it.
The way I see it, MacDuck, you're not in much of a position to argue.
Yeah, aye. You drive a hard bargain, Glumgold. Take it, you filthy cheat.
Flintheart Glumgold, the richest duck in the world. How does it feel to be number 2, Scroogey?
Magica dispel!
Oh, it's so rude of me to drop in unannounced.
What are you doing here, Magica? Quick, somebody sound the alarm! Duckworth, Mrs. Beakley, call the Pentagon. Sell me stock and bonds.
Not so fast, fools.
Whack-a-Rudy, Uncle Scrooge. I can't move. Me neither. Now I know how a statue feels.
Greedy old fools. These treasures are far more valuable than money.
And just what do you mean by that?
You find secret hidden inside old painting, yes? Painting of Drake von Gladstone, also known as Count Dracula Duck. These treasures are part of spell to summon him.
Bah, what rubbish.
You will see. With power of Dracula Duck under my command, I will rule the world. Unless, you'd rather surrender number 1 dime, Scrooge. Dime is much gentler way to conquer world. Will save me great deal of trouble. Also, less risk of accidental Dracula bite.
The first dime I ever made? Never.
Then I will take precious nephews instead. You will bring me dime quickly enough after that.
Hey, Dimses are hostages. Find your own.
Quiet, piggle boys. Now I take leave. Bring number 1 dime to my home on Mount Vesuvius in 24 hours, or little nephews will become snackula for Dracula. Yeah! Oh dear, sometimes I still get carried away.
That lousy, no-good so-and-so. I stole those treasures fair and square.
This is no time for bellyaching, Glumgold. I've got to save those boys.
Pah, forget it. That she-devil's long gone. You can't catch her now.
Maybe you're right, Flinty. That leaves me no choice. How about a deal? You help me get the boys back, and you can keep the 5 treasures.
Ha! Without your dime, I'll become the richest duck in the world, and you'll be nothing but a shriveled-up old has-been.
That dime's not worth 10 cents next to the safety of my boys. Do we have an agreement?
Are you joshing? It's a deal. You know what I think, MacDuck? I think you've gone soft. You've let those pesky rugrats become a business liability, and I'm gonna be the richer for it.
Oh, go soak your head.
All right, folks, come back for the final part of Ducktales Remastered as we head to Mount Vesuvius, a new and final location. Till then.